Jurassic Park 1993. This is one of those films which makes you feel good whenever you watch it. The music by John Williams combined with the groundbreaking special effects are just some of the things which made the film such a milestone in cinematic history. Of course, the movie is directed by Steven Spielberg and is based on the book by Michael Crichton, but we'll talk more about the book some other time. The movie is about a dinosaur park which has recently been established by John Hammond, played by the unforgettable Richard Attenborough. The park is in early development and is yet to be open to the public. However, Hammond invites paleontologist Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, and Dr. Ellie Sattler, played by Laura Dern, along with his two grandchildren to take an initial tour of the park in order to show everything off. Upon arriving, they're also joined by a lawyer who also invites mathematician Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, who by far is my favourite character in the film. Whilst touring the park, the power shuts down whilst the tour is outside the T-Rex exhibit, and then it's a fight for survival as the dinosaurs begin to break loose. So I guess the main concern is how they manage to bring the dinosaurs back. Well, in the film they explain that scientists at InGen have discovered by extracting dinosaur blood from fossilised prehistoric mosquitoes, they are able to obtain incomplete dinosaur DNA. They then add frog DNA in order to make it complete and therefore clone dinosaurs. It's improbable, yes, but I guess it's an interesting concept, and it's not like other monster movies which half of the time don't even give a clear explanation as to how the monster was created. The acting in the film is great. Every role I feel was well acted. Sam Neill's frigid and ignorant personality, combined with Jeff Goldblum's comically annoying character traits, are really what make the two have this mild professional rivalry, which is fun to watch as the film goes on. Then there's Richard Attenborough, who is so lovable in this movie. He plays this strong-willed character at the start of the movie and slowly begins to deteriorate as everything begins to go wrong throughout the film. I definitely think the two kids in the film acted pretty well also. They weren't annoying like most kids are in films. They knew how far to take their performances and didn't go over the top with any emotions. This film is also one of the early films of Samuel L. Jackson.
Hold on to your butt.
There's nothing more I can say though. There's also this character called Dennis who's employed at the park and is secretly working for a rival of InGen. He's the main reason that the park's power shut down in the first place, as he needed to deactivate the security system in order to steal the dinosaur DNA for who he's secretly working for. I used to think this subplot was the only thing which was kind of random in the film. However, over time the plot has kind of grown on me, as without it I wouldn't have one of my favourite scenes with the Dilophosaurus. The dinosaurs in the film look amazing, and this is mainly due to the realistic animatronics created by Stan Winston Studios, and the limited but effective CGI which was used in the film. If you ever get the chance, I would recommend watching some of the behind-the-scenes footage of the various animatronics which were used in the film, and how they're handled and controlled on set. I would also recommend watching how the animatronics in the film were created. I find it interesting how much work was put into the creation of the dinosaurs, and how long the crew spent trying to get the things to move realistically. And it isn't just the first movie which has these great animatronics, but all of the films have great dinosaur effects, my favourite being the baby T-Rex in the second film. It made the film so much more intriguing to watch, and it's all down to Stan Winston Studios for making it all happen. The theme by John Williams is probably my favourite theme from any Spielberg film, and probably my favourite score from the composer himself, next to the Indiana Jones theme of course. It takes a lot to associate one piece of music to a film nowadays, and I doubt they would be able to do the same thing with a film in this day and age, due to the way films are rushed into the cinema and no real work goes into making a memorable and iconic soundtrack, which audiences can look back on and instantly associate with a certain movie. Jurassic Park has that fantastic quality which is so difficult to achieve when creating a film, and it's partly down to the memorable theme for imprinting into our minds and reminding us how epic the film actually is. I love all the atmospheric sequences of the film, like the scene where the T-Rex is attacking the cars in the rain. That scene looks amazing, especially in Blu-ray quality. However, my favourite scene in the film is when Sam Neill and the two kids are in the tree, and then you see all the Brachiosauruses lift their heads above the treetops. There's something about that scene that satisfies me for some reason, which in many ways is similar to how the main character is feeling at the time. Overall, it's a film which changed people's opinions on dinosaurs, and it's definitely one of my favourite films to this day. I rate Jurassic Park a 10 out of 10.